Truly, together we have a unique opportunity to join the sport we love with the science we need for the ocean. Now, Race Chairman Richard Brisius has some parting words for us as we come to a close of our summit. Hi, Richard, it's wonderful to see you. Take it away.
Thank you, Danny. And I know I speak on behalf of all participants following these summits from over 60 countries when I say what a magnificent job you, Niall, and Liz have done today. Your experience and your expertise and love for the ocean really cuts through these screens that we are looking at from around the world. So thank you to you for that. And how do I now sum up and boil down 3 hours filled with very important insights and content into 3 minutes? Of course, that's totally impossible for me. And we all have our own takeaways, and that is exactly the way we want it to be. My 3 immediate takeaways today, they are embrace technology. We heard about spy cams, robots, deep sea cameras, ropeless fishing, etc., etc. Great innovations improving ocean health. Just use them. Secondly, mind the gap, mind the misalignment. The so-called model, it needs to be transformed to a new one that really addresses the issue of misalignment between policies and economic incentives. And I'm sorry, but I refrain from giving any specific examples at this point. And thirdly, think in a new way. We heard how the issue of illegal fishing was radically changed by bringing down silos and bringing people together who had worked on money laundering, illegal logging, the US Coast Guard, Interpol, etc., etc. That's mine. But at the core of this summit is not mine, it's your takeaways. And this is about you as the participant. You decided to come here today. And maybe it was because you are asking yourselves, what more can I do? Well, let me remind you to not lose that perspective. You, one person, can change the world. It's easier together, but someone needs to start it. And if I would ask for one thing from all of you, it is that you would pick one solution or insight or learning that you got today, share it with friends, families, and colleagues. Now, today we live in unprecedented times, and we all wonder what will happen. What will happen with the pandemic? What will happen with society? And what will happen with our planet? And there are more questions than there are answers. But I am optimistic and I'm hopeful for a bright future, in particular after a summit like today, with people driven and they wake up every morning with their own purpose and aspiration to contribute to a healthier planet. So keep that up, because now is not the time to waver. Now we must stay on course. And remember also that many people across the world are walking in a dark, shadowy valley right now. And we can never forget that. Every day we must show respect and love to all of the people around us. But we must also help to remind each other that we'll get out of that valley. We'll get out in the sunlight. It will come, don't worry. And we've seen that while racing around the world many times, that you go through some pretty dark valleys. And it is at these, the hardest of times, I've often seen race being won. Thanks to great leadership, team spirit, staying on that course and just sending it, pushing harder towards what you really believe in. So we stand in this as one team, all in the same boat. And I like to echo what I call Mr. Ocean. I call him Peter Thompson, the United Nations Secretary General Special Envoy for the Ocean. And I just like to shine the light on what we just heard earlier, for the October meeting of the Commission for the Conservation of Antarctic Marine Living Resources, CCAMLR. They have 3 proposed marine protected areas that's been long under consideration. The science has been applied and it falls in their favor. Now, if CCAMLR approves all or some of these MPAs in October, in just a few weeks' time, we have a fighting chance of achieving the so important SDG 14.5 this year. And I'm sure you agree with me that the world could certainly do with some positive environmental news this very year. And I'm also delighted to say that we joined up with President Figueras, with Philippe Cousteau, and many, many other leaders around the world and signed up to the Antarctica 2020. And I encourage you all to support this, the icy core of our blue planet. We also ask you all to help us by becoming even more forceful in our summits. So we will send you a survey in 2 days, and there you can tell us what worked, what didn't work, how can we improve, and trust me, we will listen to all of you. And in 2 weeks, you will receive a complete report summary from today. You will also get access to everything you have seen today. And if at any time we can support you, provide you with any content, just drop us an email. You know where to find us. And Newport is a magnificent sailing town with a long and proud tradition related to the ocean. The New York Yacht Club was founded back in 1894. And as we now are looking ahead to the next 50 years of the ocean race, we hope that Newport and Rhode Island will continue to be part of the ocean race family. And when in Newport, you will find St. Mary's Church. And this is where President John F. Kennedy and Jacqueline Bauer were married. And President Kennedy, he held remarks in Newport at the dinner for crew members on racing boats back in 1962. And he talked about why we are so committed to the sea. And he said, I really don't know what it is that all of us are so committed to the sea, except I think it's because in addition to the fact that the sea changes, the light changes, ships change, it's because we all came from the sea. And just to follow on the tradition of JFK coming to Newport, it's a dream of ours. If the President of the United States of America and other important leaders would be considering coming to the start of the ocean race from Newport in 2023. And of course, not only to experience the wonderful ocean racing sport, but to really experience firsthand the power and the importance of a healthy ocean. Now, on behalf of my partner, Johan Salen, and the whole Ocean Race team, I express my warmest thanks to Sail Newport for being our delivery partner for the race and for their assistance today with this Ocean Race Summit. Thanks to President Figueras, thanks to the Senator White House, and all speakers, facilitators from across the world. Thank you, race teams, crew members, host cities, and thank you all who made this happen. You are world class. You fought for this over the whole summer. Thank you. And there is not enough thanks to you, Wendy Schmidt, and to the whole of the 11th Hour Racing team, without whom we would not be here today. You are our pole star. You are our inspiration. You're walking the talk and showing the way for all of us. Thank you for that. And this is the end of today. But what happens next? The next Ocean Race Summit will happen in conjunction to the new Ocean Race Europe in Q2 next year. So we look forward to welcome you with that. And as we love science, I'm going to close with a little math problem for you. Listen up. What is life minus the ocean? The answer is zero, of course. There is no life without the ocean. There is zero life. This is as obvious as a child would respond if you ask, what is 1 minus 1? It's 0. So care for and fight for the ocean, because life minus the ocean equals 0. So when you are there in Newport, Danny, and you look at and smell the wonderful ocean and you feel good about it, it is because you are sensing life. And life is good. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to see you all back soon again. Thank you.